Got 5 more pro fights, and then they're getting ready to walk them out now. And we'll see.
Fighter number 1.
Here they come.
From Nashville, Illinois. It's Spencer.
Okay. Let the big boys come on. So we're going to have you. I think Steven's going to be attending to the play for a second. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. These walkouts are really cool, too. When I'm backstage looking at I'm trying to judge how big they are, and I can't tell with the arms. Am I bigger? Are they bigger than me? Then they walk out, they look like they're the biggest thing in the world. You get the smoke and the lights, they just look huge.
Yeah, it gives you a new respect for it. I was telling Steven, here's our fighters. We got Spencer Waddell, so he's from Team Wakanda, actually. We got to fight against him. That Dragon Ball they won last year. He was Team big boy, 6'4", 265, 5 years experience. Fight against Jimmy Shock, 6'3", 255, 5 years experience as well. And about 10 years age difference. Now, you're going to like watching Spencer fight. So
it's Jimmy Shock.
The way the light hits the sword.
Yeah, this is starting to go viral a little bit. It's getting its traction. A couple of years ago, it wasn't super known. It was just big. The sport's just big in Europe.
Yeah, again, I was talking to some guys back backstage. They traveled over to Italy, UK, Germany, and they've got teams all over the place. February, they have the big one here in South Carolina where you pick the team that goes overseas.
Yeah. Like a national championship.
Yeah.
You're going to go over and try to win that crown.
To the center of the ring.
Winning a crown, that would be tough.
Yeah,
Great. My bucket list just got bigger.
Wearing the yellow, green, and black tabard from Illinois, it's Spencer Waddell.
There he is, yep. Spencer. He's a big boy to try to take down. It's not fun in armor.
Yeah, he looks like it.
From Michigan, wearing the red Kinyas tabard, it's Jimmy Shaw.
You being a kickboxer, you like to kick. How hard is it to kick in this?
Your teeps and sidekicks are your friends.
That's it? Okay.
Anything to the head, probably not happening. I don't think. I mean, I've seen it.
Fighters do agree to these terms. Then touch tips and back to your opponent.
That touch tips.
Touch tips, yeah. We got a shirt made that says touch tips, and it's going to probably sell out.
Fighter number 2, are you ready? And Nashville, make some noise if you're ready!
Yeah, kickboxing, it's start with a kick, end with a kick, and it's point. And the counting in this is insane. The counters have to be extremely good with this sport because it's so fast.
Yeah, I've been trying to count. I haven't gotten close.
If I was gambling, I've lost all my money. Man, these guys came out
They're moving quick, man.
And they've got 2 minutes of this in armor.
Ooh. Now, I have to imagine you gas faster wearing 70 pounds.
Yes.
And not being able, I put a helmet on backstage, and it's so hot. Just standing there talking.
Yeah. We were just talking about the CO2 that builds up. That's why you see them pumping them full of oxygen when they lift their helmet. Okay. So they can get full breath. Yeah. Because you're probably getting 30, 40% in armor. And your vision is not good in the armor. You can, the helmets that they're using allow more vision, but less protection because that sword can go through there, which we've had that happen.
Okay. Ooh. It would be a cool thing to lose an eye for. To tell you, a sword fight, he got me.
Now, with your style of fighting that you've done in the UFC, can you see some things that you could use in this?
I think that shield would be my best friend.
Yeah.
Now, I would have to get used to, like you said, they're counting the sword strikes and all that. Using the shield would be the wrong way when points are involved. But I think that shield would just be
going for that shield punch.
Just get 2 shields, 1 on each hand.
We have always said we should be able to do that.
Yeah.
It would be really cool. And these guys are going at it. It doesn't look like they're really getting too tired, which is impressive.
They're still throwing heavy.
Yeah. I think the guy in the red I saw backstage too, and he was like, how big is he? Good shield strike.
Yeah, and the shield strikes, you see them from the the bleachers. You see that head rock back.
Right, yep.
Every time that big shot happens.
That's the only thing that does suck, though, is if you sit there and punch someone in the face, you're like, oh, it didn't hurt him.
That one hurt him. I'm calling it.
It's extremely been hard to call this whole time. Like, I've sucked all night. The last 2 shows I was on point. Out of that round, and I know you're not a counter neither. Obviously, who would you rate?
I'm gonna go with Shot.
Shot, yeah.
Yeah, I thought he looked more going at the end of it. Like, they both started on fire, but at the end he looked like he was pushing forward a little bit more. He landed the big shot, the big hook.
Right. Now, as a fighter, I know I learned the hard way when I was an amateur. Never let it go to the judges, because at those amateur shows, sometimes they have a guy that paid $50 to get their cert, and that's their judging, and obviously not at the level you fought. And
no, in the UFC, they actually just go down to the Home Depot and say, I need 3, I need 3. And that's their judges for the night.
Yeah, so you got to finish the fight, and in this, in armor, it's kind of hard to finish the fight sometimes.
I asked, hey, are there ever any finishes? And then the next 2 fight were finishes.
Yeah.
So, okay. I guess it does happen.
That's usually about how it goes. It'll go the distance a couple and then bam. It's crazy to see because a lot of these guys do spar like you're used to and like I'm used to.
Yeah.
They do spar, but again, they're all coming out, you notice, in a southpaw stance. Most of them are always starting in southpaw. You don't start orthodox.
Okay.
Because it gives up that lead leg for points. So you switch to southpaw.
Okay.
That's something I had to learn because, you like to bounce between both stances sometimes, don't you?
No.
You like to stay with the orthodox?
I am a southpaw.
Stay south,
yeah. So it would be. I would
be natural for you, then, man.
What's funny is I'm actually right-handed. You stand southpaw.
Oh yeah.
First year, like 2 or 3 years, I didn't realize it. I taught myself at the beginning of everything. I was just fighting to fight. I didn't know the southpaw.
That's so cool, man. That's awesome. All right, here we go. Round number 2.
Round number 2. Batter number 1, are you ready?
Start as fast.
Yeah. Batter number 2, are you ready? It is Jose out there.
He's got a good voice for this.
Dude, he's awesome. You should see him fight. It's unreal.
Yeah. He was telling us all, I would be fighting except I blew my knee out because I got a sword. And then I fought again. And
then he jumps on it. It makes me nervous. He's got it. Spencer, man. Spencer's I haven't seen Spencer on this end of it before.
Oh, yeah, really?
It's going to be interesting to see how he responds.
Oh, big drop.
Just hear that shake.
Yeah, man. Now you have the 15 seconds.
Yes, they got 15 seconds. Now, he can drop his sword if he wanted to rain down some punches. He's going to get a point every time.
It's a guy in top.
Yes,
dropped the sword.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, if he reverses the position like you do in MMA, that's 2 points as well. If he's on the bottom.
Now, how come was that just the end of 15 seconds?
Yeah, he was. Okay. I think they were just standing them up there, and now we're back to that standing game.
I like that little parrying there, too. Yeah. They've both been doing it, the block and then immediately strike after.
Yes, learning the sword play is a crucial part of the game, just like your jab and boxing. And these short punches, you know the power of the hip turn. You know all about that. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can imagine. Neither of these guys have the points on their knees.
Right.
So I got to get pointy knees.
Get the points.
I got to get.
Yeah. I'm gonna be real. I didn't know those existed. I've never seen those before.
She got knee in the belly and her nose bled.
Yeah. It was just they must work. Good sword pommel right there.
Yeah. Exchange.
This man, I got to give it to Sean over here, man. He's going. He's putting that pressure.
Yeah, Mr. Shock, he hasn't really slowed down yet.
Yeah, no. He's trying to get that sweep.
Now, I've always had a respect for judo, but I think he would just excel in the sport.
There's a lot of judo in this sport. Yeah. It's the main form that you train as far as the groundwork and the cage work.
Now, would you be allowed to wrestle or shoot like double leg in this?
You can get a takedown. Yes, a takedown is a takedown. Yep.
Okay.
And you can. There we go. That's the end of that round. And that's. But the problem is, so if you go for that takedown where that helmet's on, keep in mind, takedown. You can look and you look up and turn. when that helmet's on, you're like this.
Yeah.
So you're just you're stuck. And all they have to do, if they literally just put their hand on you like this, the amount of pressure it takes for you to raise up, it's unreal. You wouldn't think it would, because you're a strong guy. I'm a strong guy. Like you wouldn't think it's hard, and it feels like you have 12 people on top of you. It's crazy. I'm excited to see you get you in full armor in that just the first time. After a week, you'll be fine. But that first time, I want to see what a shock it is. If it is, it may not be.
I'll bet you it would be. In my head, I keep playing how I would do it, but I keep playing as if the armor would be nothing. You know, cartoons have ruined me.
I know. Cartoons and Skyrim, man. Everybody watching at home, you can always, if you ever want to try, if you're in the Nashville area and you ever want to try this sport, you can always come to Nashville Armored Combat. You're never forced to fight or anything like that. You can always just train. Of course, they go at your own pace. They start you off in soft kit armor, and then eventually get you into your brig and let you go about it that way.
Oh, that's very cool. And I get to learn the names of everything, like brig.
I'm still learning, brother. And I'm sure I'll mess up here. But it looks like Spencer's up to his feet. And then Sean's taking some deep breaths in.
What's your weapon of choice?
Oh, man, dude, I'm a Viking, brother. I love axes.
Yeah, okay.
I love axes. And I always like fighting, especially with kickboxing, boxing. I love the Tyson style and just being in close.
Right.
And then, also knowing your range.
Okay.
And axes are used for that close range.
Okay.
And the pull.
Well, before I ever started fighting, I was in weapons Kobudo, so it was nunchuck and sai and none of this stuff. But I have used weapons a lifetime ago.
Just a martial artist at heart. Awesome.
Yeah.
I did the nunchucks for a while, and I hit myself with a side door shot a couple times.
More than one.
And I was like, I need to get the plastic one.
The crowd here has been crazy. Like, I've been to 10 billion MMA fights, and the crowds don't get into it like this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Spin, didn't he?
I've been waiting all night to see it.
Yeah. It's like, as you know in MMA, it's a hit or miss. If you time it, it's beautiful. But if you don't, you are on the highlight reel. He is just coming forward, man. Sean just keeps coming forward and using that cage.
Yeah, man, when you're that big, when you can move them around like that, it's such an advantage.
It's kind of like, I'm a huge sumo fan, and I always wondered, I was like, why don't we get sumo wrestlers to play NFL football? And you got these guys right here who are that offensive lineman size.
Oh, yeah.
And they're not slowing down. And there's that sweep. Good hip toss.
Oh, knee on belly immediately? Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
And he's trying to blast out. Spencer, watch what he's doing with his arm. You see he's keeping that sword locked out. He's doing that to minimize that damage, which is he's not able to score points if he's just.
Okay, all right, that makes sense.
So he's coming. He's trying to maintain that defense. Just ride it out. If you know you're screwed, just minimize that damage. Spencer's a little slow getting up there.
It'd be hard not to breathe heavy after this.
Oh yeah. There we go. Those are just bombs.
Yeah, landing combinations now, too.
Yeah, it's rare you're going to see that, jab, cross, hook, rear kick. And he's down again. Spencer's down again. Almost like that cage door came over.
Now, are there any rules no striking to the back of the head?
Yeah, we don't want to do to the back of the neck. Usually with the sword, you'll see the ref is going to call it if it gets too bad. Back of the knee and the groin.
Okay.
And all those are points. I mean, he's...
Okay.
There you go. We got that 10-second count.
That's so interesting.
It is a different world.
Yeah. So Karate Combat's point system, if you will, it's different than MMA. MMA, its number one criteria is damage.
Right.
Karate Combat is aggressiveness. They want you to be in control. They're trying to force the action in the center. And so getting used to the different scoring system has been a process for me.
Right.
I'd have to learn it again when doing this.
Well, with Karate Combat, you get when you do Karate Combat, you only get so long on the ground as well, right? Until they stage you up.
It used to be 5 seconds. Now they've got it as long as I'm striking to finish to let me go.
They'll let you go.
And if both knees touch the ground, then it's the stand up also.
Stand up. That's the end of the fight, brother. They're trying to quickly. Spencer's trying to quickly get that. You can't wait to get the arm off. Like, you can't wait to get it off.
he won the fight. And he's like, get it off, get it off.
The first time you ever put on armor, Steven we just talked about it in the first fight. I can't remember the term for it. They told it to me, but when you first put that armor on, it's the worst feeling on the planet. And it's called something. I can't remember what it's called, but everybody experiences it. And then once you do it once,
the center of the ring.
it's all right.
I got to put a helmet on backstage, and it's way heavier than I would have thought.
After 3 high-intensity matches, your winner is Jimmy
Very good job.
Yeah, great fight. That was a lot of fun. I think I have a new fighter tonight. It was the girl fight earlier. I think these guys just took it.
They were very active.
They were. And for big guys, I wasn't expecting it.
Right. Because most heavyweights in the UFC, I mean, it's that everybody's got the knockout power.
Yeah.
You are seeing more active fighters in the UFC now, I think. It's Steve.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Steven's back. Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you for calling this fight with you. I look forward to it, and you'll be able to teach me how to put that armor on.
I look forward to it, dude.
Oh,
I look forward to it. Love it.
Hey.
Thank you, brother.
Absolutely. Thank you, my man.